where I have to draw my eyebrows on. Yes. And it's not because my eyebrow hairs are disappearing, it's because they are relocating to my chin. And who knew that the thing I'd have in common with my 15-year-old son is that we'd both be growing facial hair at the same time. The other thing I have in common with him is that we're both strength training, except he's strength training to get bulk, and I'm strength training so that 20 years from now I can get up off the toilet by myself. But ironically, now that I'm strength training, I can't get up off the toilet by myself. I'm actually really bad, so bad at exercising. I'm a really uncoordinated person. So much so that the other night I was trying to pull the bed sheets over my shoulders and I punched myself in the face. Like for most of my life, exercising has been putting on Spanx. That's been my version. But I think you will be impressed by the fact that I was on a co-ed basketball team in elementary school at the Jewish Community Center. But I was the best girl on the team. I was also the only girl on the team. I was so bad at sports. My dad always was signing us up for everything, and I asked him why, and he said he just wanted us to learn how to be team players. But the only thing that I really learned was that I am afraid of balls. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, and I was surprised to learn that I am from the Deep South. I had no idea. It took me going to college up in Boston to learn that Birmingham is not a big city up north. It's just a city in northern-ish Alabama. And the dead giveaway that I grew up down south and the deepness of it is that for fun in high school, we would go play hide and go seek in the Piggly Wiggly. I am a 5th generation Alabama Jew. And, we've got some Alabama Jews in the audience. So yeah, everyone's always interested in that experience, and I have to explain to them that in high school I actually had to be super careful about who I made out with at Jewish youth group conventions because I could run into them the next weekend at the family reunion. But y'all, it was okay. He was like a first cousin once removed, so it was totally fine. And then I realized why we were so attracted to each other was because we looked so much alike. But, I mean, I'm cute, right? But it was really confusing also being a Southern Jew because I'm not quite sure where brisket came from, right? Did it originate in a shtetl 200 years ago in Eastern Europe or from that like crappy barbecue shack on the way to the Florida Panhandle? I don't know, but it's delicious with bacon. And the benefit of being a Southern Jew is that we're pretty much guaranteed to get out of high holiday services in time for the kickoff of the SEC game. So I actually grew up in an interfaith household because my dad is an Alabama fan and my mom was a Florida Gator fan. But they had to decide how they were going to raise us, right? Because if not, the children, we get confused. So they raised us as all Alabama fans. Roll Tide. Oh, that's scary. One time I did a show in Tuscaloosa, and I said Roll Tide, and they said Roll Tide, and I said Roll Tide, and they said Roll Tide, and it went back and forth like that for about 45 minutes. I never got to my material. But they left super happy. They were so happy. But yeah, I get confused sometimes about like what is a Southern expression or what is something generational that my parents say, or do they say because they're Jewish. My mom used to call me Priss Pot as one of her nicknames, which really confused my roommate from college when she left a voicemail asking for me and was calling me Priss Pot, and she thought she said Piss Pot. Another expression my mom used to use was she would say BM for poop. And that was, did your parents say that? It was like the science word for, it's so cringy, BM. And I blame her Southern roots for that one, for wanting to like monogram everything. But there was one word I was really appreciative that she used that she did not come up with a nickname for, and she used the scientific word for vagina, which is actually vagina. But there's so many people who have like that made up names for lady parts, right? Either you've come up with it for your own kids or your mom used to say it. It drives me crazy. Like, think about what you grew up hearing, right? We're all gonna yell it out at the count of 3, okay? Are you ready? Do you have it in your head? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, a lot of different variety. A lot of different variety there. I think I heard hoo-ha. Someone said hoo-ha. I'll get back there. But hoo-ha sounds like something like a grandma would say if she won, like, bingo, right? She'd be like, hoo-ha! Yeah. I think someone said cooter. Who said cooter? Did you? Yeah. It's also the name of the guy I went to prom with. Trending, I feel like, is vajayjay. That's like a modernized word. The same people who say vajayjay are the same people who call LaCroix LaCroix. And Target, Target. They want everything to sound French. My friend, her mom used to call it a TT, which I found very confusing, because that's not what it is, it's like what it does. It's like calling a man's balls like decorative throw pillows. I started to do some research on all the nicknames, and I went on to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said, Tuna Town. ChatGPT is a 12-year-old boy. Because no one says that. Have you ever even heard of that? No. Tuna Town sounds like something you get a coupon for, right? Like you get like a free appetizer to Tuna Town on your way in Destin, right? That Tuna Town's in Destin, off Highway 98. The 38 crowd is not going to Tuna Town, by the way. They're not. So if there is one truth to being a mom, it's that we all lie to our kids. And I've got so many lies. I've got lies to get them to eat their vegetables, lies to get them to stay in bed at night, lies that I love them all equally. There's one kid I do love the most, and it's the dog kid. We got dog people in the house. Yeah, let's give it up for the dog people. Okay, cat people, raise your hands. Just kidding, put your hands down. We don't care about you cat people. At least I didn't. The cat people get really upset when they find out I'm not a cat person. And they're just like, well, let me tell you about my cat because you would love my cat. Like, okay, tell me about your cat. Like, oh, my cat comes when called. She likes to cuddle. She comes to greet me at the door at the end of the day, and I have to explain to them, you don't have a cat, you have a dog stuck in a cat's body. Right? We have 2 dogs. We got older rescues. And I'm telling you this not because I want you to think I'm a better person. I'm telling you this because I want you to know I'm a more strategic person. We got older rescues, so we could time them out to die by the time the kids go to college. Right, strategic. Right, and I'm so good, I'm so efficient that 3 days before our first kid went away to college this past fall, our dog died. 3 days, sad. It was sad, but I was also, good job with that timing, man.